Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang!
Definitely be nice. I don't know.
TA is
if they're
another
gonna go-
option, maybe. Alchemist, okay.
I mean, Pia matches quite well into the Alchemist. Like,
It's the word for like the mushroom cloud after a big explosion.
Benny? Good position to be in. Oh, he's just baiting. It's just a casual Alchemist bait. Set up for a 3-man avalanche, a fall with a concoction as well. Benny, that's next level stuff, my guy.
Already a scent of death on the
Easy clap. Never in doubt. Yeah, they're out of regen right now, except for the AoE coming through from the flag bearer as well as one tango, but looks like Serum for now, he's happy enough to just farm. Doesn't want to take over any of these creeps super
Top
early.
lane,
Hasn't
Benny.
found the...
He's actually going to try and stand his ground in the acid spray and man fight. One more magic missile with a right click and Hiko claims it. A suicide of his own life, but he feels it's worthwhile with taking the Alchemist down with him.
Yeah, he bought out before the death as well, so made sure.
Jupiter's going to be able to help out. Meanwhile, bottom lane though, Hijack will be forced to TP back to the T1 tower as well. So again, both sides continuing to skirmish it out. Jupiter is fighting underneath the acid spray, but as soon as it expires, he's going to be chilling for the moment. We're not done just yet. As back to bottom, Mini's going to look to jump in and try and kill off the Tiny. He's got the Hellbear if required for the bonus damage, who instead just chases down the corridor to get a little bit of extra gold.
He can get one more clap before he dies as well. Clap him. Nice. Give him the clap.
Up
To him.
Up the cheeks!
Come on, bro. Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Where's the clap? I'm so
Top
sad.
lane. Ampellona's going to look to TP in. Jupiter juking through the trees, but 555's going to be able to block him off. They do have Serum nearby, though. And Jupiter's still alive. They'll get the kill onto the Tiny. Pampelona just TP'd up, and now Benny as well is going to be cautious. He recognizes he can't continue to move on forward with that concoction. He's just going to use that instead to get some... this game is really not looking too good for Balrogs at all. I feel like for them to come back into this and make enough space for the Alchemist, it's going to be off the back of Robo-Z. He's third in net worth, Javelin completed. Might have a fight by the Arcane Room, but Guts able to pick that up and just assassinate the life of the Undying. And now Guts is going to stand his ground in man fight. They purge off the win run. Oh no. And now Pampelona should be able to step on out into the trees, but I was just in the win rate. Bottom lane, they're attempting on Hijack. Laguna Blade's still on cooldown for the moment. They should have the damage with some of the right clicks. And look at Guts, 141 damage already to be working with the help of the Falcon Blade. And not only that, across the map, they're even fighting to the Alchemist. They'll get the kill into the Death Prophet. But it looks like with the reinforcements, Benny will turn it back around as a deep attempt from No Runes is going to be punished. They lose the Venge, and they also lose the Enchantress. So a really good job at defending their own jungle.
It's hitting everything, all at the exact same time. This is exactly what No Runes were playing for. And now they could just look to smoke up together, go for an aggressive play, pick off a high priority target like that Alchemist. Although they're going to try and get a free kill here.
The extra is going to be committed towards the Vengeful Spirit, so they're going to be able to take care of Hiko, but now they'll turn it back around as Guts tries to show up. But the damage is not there to kill off Hijack. They need to be able to reset, but they're back in though. 555 doesn't have the capability to get out. A swap closer towards Guts' positioning. Looks like in the end, it'll still be the 1 for 2. Is that the worst though? Because Exo committed and they're not going to lose a tier 1 tower, I don't think.
Won't they? They're dealing an okay amount of damage. They don't want to go in just yet on the PA.
They're going to go in instead. Mini, look at that with the Solar Guardian. They should get the slam down stun, but the LSA follow-up. Down goes Hijack. And now Mini instantly jumps towards Pampelona as well, making sure the Tiny cannot back off with the team.
Damn, I was dead.
Yeah, 80% chance to piss. There we go. DD activated. T1 tower is going to go down mid. Let's see if they want to consider about going for another objective instead. They're going to evade into the jungle.
Hijack,
They will run
can't just walk
straight
here.
into Hijack. An easy pickings, like you mentioned, cannot be
They might just
wondering.
find Benny as well. Benny is the one doing the scouting right now.
Look at
Daytime,
the
will that
daytime.
allow
I
them
think
to
they
see
saw
it? They
him.
do.
They do, yeah. The jump forward. Jupiter gets confirmation of Benny's positioning. He's going to try and get back to the T1 tower. Balrogs, they are starting to TP down. They might be able to kill off the Dawnbreaker, but the swap away Hiko is able to keep Jupiter alive. And now they don't have answers towards Guts as the double damager onto the Lina is just ripping them apart. The damage early on is too much for Balrogs to handle. Now Robo Z might be stuck in the tree line as well. He's going to try and cut his way through, but no, the power shot. It didn't cut the tree that he needed. The change to the power shot for some reason. Not being able to cut all the trees down. He got unlucky there and well...
Where very easy to be able to be killed, but you also need to be farming as you are having the potential to be acting as that true carry. But this game, they don't even need to just lean back on the Lina to do all of the heavy lifting.
Oh, not again, Hijack.
Not even any crits, and he's still going to die.
Like that. The minus armor coming through from Hiko, along with Mini with the Orb Corrosion. They've got the ward on the high ground as well, but they're not even looking for 555. They want Benny instead. They recognize this thing undying. It's going to be easy picking, so let's just go for a +1 kill. Benny, they want to try and force the BKB. Looks like he will just slither on back to the T2 tower. Holy crap. Michelle's going to be chucked from so far away.
Other side of the map. Basically as good as the Dawnbreaker ulti.
Benny.
The Dawnbreaker.
Oh, they're fine. Oh, this is not a good position to be
Oh,
in.
no.
Guts on the high ground. And there's the missiles bouncing over to Hijacked. A BKB, that's going to do nothing versus the right-click damage. Look at them go. He gets some distance away, but it's all on the back of Balrogs just putting their own bodies on the line. Core supports, it doesn't matter. Just hope that Hijack can get out.
I didn't see the Avatos combo come out from this Tiny, but I'm going to need him to drop that Eye of the Vizier. Like, a 20% max mana reduction on a Tiny is so huge. It means that you're probably only going to be able to get, what, 2 combos off max? Oh, another hook back.
I swap into the Solar Guardian there. Might be able to get the first life. But Hiko can now play with the illusions. A long-range swap back of Robo Z with the BKB down and dusted. It's looking like it might be all she wrote here. An Alchemist lineup down 15,000 gold. Hiko's getting some tips as well for good measure. An interesting draw.
Territory.
Oh man, look at Mini.
He's not Mini, I'll say that much. He's mega.
Giga chat. Going for the Lina, then Hiko can always swap. And no runes, they're going to now have a second life to play with as well, so...
Even just these things like the positioning from the Ench and the Venge, right?
Man, look at
they
that,
know
Serum.
that it's very hard for them to die. I mean, now they've got no Tombstone.
Swap in, 555. Look at all the information that Hiko's providing them. A Solar Guardian directly dropped on the heads of the Vengeful Spirit's not going to be an easy kill. And meanwhile, Benny is getting mauled down by the right clicks. Can reposition, but it comes at such a grave cost. And everyone else's health pool as Hijacked is just trying to catch up to one member, trying to find Destiny. The zombies expire. He should have another round of Celestial Hammer to be able to get into the tree line. The pinks are there, but the rest of the team, they're coming for Hijack instead. He was the one on the hunt, but now he's the one that's in trouble.
Oh, got him.
They got it. LSA from Guts, godlike streak for your position too.
Yeah, that was pretty much your one chance to come back into this.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah. And he's got the fan of knives now as well. Isn't that great?
Oh yes, very, very cool.
Does it really need to be pure 16% damage?
I think this hero is like top 5 carries of the patch. So...
Yep. What, who's there? Faceless Void, PA, I think Naga's up there.
Top 5? I haven't seen Naga, so have you seen a Naga game yet? Oh, Pamplona? Alright, well, yeah, okay. Guts easy kill.
It's a shame that he can just buy back and come straight back in.
And it's a shame that the win run does nothing into the MKB from Guts and now Kenny as well. Well, Benny, Kenny, and GG's are coming out shortly. What a performance! They get Guts?
No, they cannot.
Oh. Get the rampage. Come on. Go in. What are you doing? Give us a range. TA is very good to be able to steal refraction. TA...
Movement speed, sorry, level 1 damage buff. But yeah, here's this enormous creep wave coming through, just leaving Hiko with absolutely nothing to be worried about.
First blood occurs across the map as Mini was left alone. And you see, look at that. Okay, I'll hold that thought real quick as Jupiter's taking.
Just look at the brackets in like the third and fourth bits. I mean, the armor's a little bit more towards the very end, but it's the HP regen that's really the significant stuff early on.
You see Lion? Jupiter's not in a too good of a position at all. Maybe they could turn it around with Hiko showing up. Okay, Jupiter's just baiting. The Lion, he recognizes his limits, an easy task for him to play in.
I know that, well, Ember Spirit, he's got the ability to just join in with the rest of them and not lose out on too much of that farming time. This is all going to be scouted out,
Great
though,
smoke.
by that Observer Ward.
Refraction's going to be available if the chain control has to be perfect, but maybe that's where the Chakram can come into play, instantly getting rid of the protection. And our Guts is there as well for the extra control to bring down 555. And this is going to be able to open up the tower now. They don't have a catapult. It looks like the damage with the overwhelming amount of heroes could be difficult for them to deal with. Now, bottom lane, Mini.
Tower, if they look to go for it. I feel like they need Robo-Z here, though, to be able to get the... Well,
Mini may have bitten off more than he can chew. 4 heroes this time. Although the double Earth Spike might get the waveform off. Mini's going to be into the right tree line. They won't have a stun to chuck out. And our Guts is here with a double damage rune. This is not going to be looking good for Balrogs. You got to get out. This is not a fight you can take deep inside the lane, or maybe with Robo-Z. Sonic Wave cuts away the life of Guts. A big kill for them to find, because they've got the catapult wave to be able to pump some damage into the team. No stacks the moment for her to be able to fall back on and farm up at the jungle. The Dragon Lancer completed working on the Deso. We'll see how they're going to be able to slow her down. Guts and Destiny together going to run into the Tine in the jungle, so should be an easy kill for Guts to be able to continue to find. Working on the Maelstrom next. The Ember's having a very good game. Prior death down bottom. He's even going to go forward for another. Guts with the ward on the high ground. Sniffs out the Ogre. Sees a freebie and he jumps on it.
Taking away the entire Dire jungle. I know it's not really safe to be able to farm there anymore.
They're trying. They need to be perfect with the chain control. Just gets the remnant out. 555 wasn't able to find the fire blast, and now they're going to jump in. There's a pogo stick on forward. The wraparound from Hiko. Do they have the stun lock to get the damage out? The finger of death. They still get the connection before the blink away. A big kill for them to find. Robo-Z cut down, and now Serum's even going to use the overgrowth. A toss back with the replicate from Mini closer towards the other members of No Runes. So double kill picked up on someone you wouldn't expect.
Feels invincible here. Manta, so doesn't even need to rely on the Timber Saw to be nearby for that Lotus Orb save beyond that. Very natural buy for the Morphling as well. Will continue, of course, to shove out the lanes with the Manta Illusions if people are revealing on the map. Bottom side.
Oh no, doesn't even get the kill into Jupiter. And they got to be cautious with Mini showing top. He's very far pushed forward, and 4 heroes showing bottom should be
he's already waved.
a deterrent not to be farming this aggressively in the lane, and well, they should be able to capitalize. He's got the attribute shift really just to buy some time. Waveform up in a couple seconds, but the fire blast just before he's able to escape into the trees.
All right, really key movement looking to come through there. Ends up giving the...
So all you're going to get out of it is being able to kill the supports, which maybe is what you're looking for, because you did mention like those supports are really the one that they need to kill off as top lane. Serum's got some heroes playing behind him at the moment. They're going to be able to jump instantly and try and blow up the Weaver. The chain control's out. They'll need the Finger of Death for the damage, and that's where Jupiter's able to come into play. But Hiko's got so many reactive armor stacks that they won't even be able to blow him up. But off to the other side, the Ember. They caught out the Ember Spirit, but Benny's now left on an island, surrounded by 4 members of No Runes. They'll get rid of the carry on Balrogs. Might be all she wrote, though. And Bologna still playing on the outskirts.
That Roche pit, so some great micro coming through there from Benny.
Top lane, there's still 3 heroes around the Balrogs. They're going to look to jump in and void the Timber Saw, dealing with the supporting cask. As Serum's the target for the moment, Jupiter's going to try and offset this with a TP out. That's ambitious. Will not be able to escape, and now they'll go for Hiko, but the stun's there. Who cares about a Lotus Orb just to stop him from escaping? But he still gets the chain away, the Spirit Vessel reapplied, and finally they'll get the kill. But they're going to be cautious with the Queen of Pain. Chains into the damage with a slide of the mails from Brock. They'll get the Quap, and now they'll turn to Hijack next. The detection might be lacking. No sentries. There's the scan. Yeah, Benny's going to be in some trouble here. Leave the Ancients
wait for the
fast
boys,
enough.
though.
Benny, get out. Benny, get out. Oh, no, he's going to
the
go back
frickin'
for
flag.
that neutral
The bait.
creep. No. Dude, why does that always happen? Always when they're coming, the neutral drops, you've got to go back and you get baited by it.
Oh, you hate to see it. You really do. I mean, if he keeps running, it'll like TP look like a top support right now.
You might... Deep. Hang on, this is deep, man. It's just a lion. I don't know if this is worth it. You'll get the kill. Hijack will find it, but you're probably going to lose 2 supports off the back of this. 555 trying to step to the secret shop. Robo's is considering about jumping in for the wings. They get the Orchid out. They're not going to have a way to be able to cancel off the Sonic Wave. Guts is going to go down. All right, maybe it's worth it. The bait from the Tiny to jump in and force an extra member to show up.
Shard. I was considering if Mini wanted to pop the Manta really early just to keep pushing this bottom lane out. Maybe force a TP movement.
Guts gets the BKB at the last second, but a defensive use of it means that there's a big window for Balrogs now to fight, and yet Benny recognizes that. Sees Serum underneath the trap. Jupiter's making the attempt onto the Weaver, but he's got to look to get out as soon as Benny reveals himself in the river. But now that Timber's a little bit swift from the team, they're going to toss him away. Reactive armor starting to stack up. He's got to use the Lotus Orb early, so will not be able to purchase Spirit Vessel or the Silence. And Timber's going to go down. Second death of the game, and this is a window now for some objectives to be claimed.
Oh, no, they got the gem on the Quap, so not going to even be a concern. Get the initial jump onto Weaver, maybe? While he doesn't have that BKB.
Looking to spring a trap. Gonna go towards a Templar Assassin. Benny's falling incredibly low. They might be able to deal with the first life. Benny's gone. Can they set themselves up for round 2, though, with a respawn? The Overgrowth's going to hold them back for the moment. Guts is inside the middle. A BKB actually goes back in with the Remnant. Mini's going to be able to follow up as well, but they're going to be cautious here because the turnaround, it can be there as RoboZ jumps in the middle, but the instant use of the Lotus Orb gets rid of the silence. So Mini can stand his ground, pumping out the damage. And now Balrogs, you got to get out because here you go. Balrogs from getting that damage out. A 5-on-4, and they've got to get out. They don't want to stick around, but look at the vision, though, the traps. It's scouting them. The smoke is there. They're jumping from Pampelona, but no hesitation. Mini pops a BKB. Looking to turn it back around. They should be able to get the kill onto the Tiny, but where's the turnaround? Look at the silence. Beautiful read, taking out the Trim Protector, making sure there is no overgrowth for them to help out throughout the team fight. And now it's on if they want to reinitiate. Look at how they're playing.
Can't give up this third Roche.
Pamplona on the front line is going to look to get the jump onto the Morphling, toss back into the Fire Blast, the tank control, but the Ravage from Jupiter, the stun onto the 4, the AoE damage as well as they're crumbling Guts. Remnants towards the back line as they're going to get out. Dire, you cannot stick around without the resources to take the team fight. They will crumble.
Holy crap, Jupiter. What a stun. They just lined up perfectly.
So either side's forcing this early. They don't have much room, though, for Radiant to play with. They are very stuck on the right side.
Guts didn't BKB, though, so he's got an advantage that Hijack doesn't.
They're going back in.
Oh, the full
Look
wrap.
at this, Benny under the trap. 2 hits, Benny. Kills off the line. Easy pickings, but back to the river they go. Trying to deal with the Timbersaw. Mini's control for the moment. The Lotus Orb's going to be able to buy in some time so he can freely spellcast a blink out to the left. But Pampelona will not escape. A 1-for-1, but they do get a buyback out of the line. Take that as a victory for Dial. They've got confirmation at least the Clops here. He's got the gem and they're going to be able to find him. He's still ducking to the trees, and meanwhile, Radiant, they're connecting through the outpost.
Oh, they're going for the back line.
555, look at the wraparound. Guts as well with a jump in. Lion's in trouble for the moment. They don't have the damage until Benny's able to show up. So they'll kill off the support. It doesn't have a buyback to be able to rejoin them. 555's in trouble. Mini gets away from on forward, but it's the battle that carries. Morphling up against a Templar
Great
Assassin.
overgrowth.
The damage, it's minimal at best, but as soon as the refraction expires, the TA just melts under the damage, and now it's Radiant who can clean up. One by one, they all start to fall as Hijack a time lapse back into the lane, but they know exactly where the Weaver is. They're gonna chase him into the tree line. They get the Hex, they get the kill. Weaver's gone, and what a team fight for no runes.
Stealing stats, or is it borrowing it? Stealing implies that you never give it back, you know?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Oh, Mini, look how aggressive he can play. He's got the second life to work with. They're in trouble. Look at the damage on Benny. He's doing a lot of damage on the right side. Just freely right-clicking from afar.
He's got the refresher shard on Serum.
They're going to be cautious, though, because RoboZ, a second round of the overgrowth, but he's got an opportunity to blink back to safety. It's a pretty good start to the fight from Balrogs, as Serum's going to go down as well. That's a dieback on the Train Protector.
Gems on the deck too. 2 gems.
Gems. Gems.
Swiftling, yeah.
Okay.
Radiant are scanning.
Nice scan.
They're just throwing him up here solo on Mini. They know there's no glyph available.
They got the ward on the high gun on Radiant, so they're going to see Balrogs moving forward. RoboZ once again trying to target down the line. Pampalona's going to be in as well into Guts, but the chain control's not there. The Quap's gone. They got to get out. It looks like Benny doesn't want to stick around. He's going to blink to the right side. He can't duel against the Morphling for the moment with the numbers advantage that Radiant are playing with. They'll still get the first life, in fact. So Balrogs dealing with the Aegis. Can they set themselves up for round 2? But the Hex is out straight away. The Earth Spike's going to buy him a little bit of time to get at least something off, so the Morphling can retreat to the left, but it's not fast enough. Mini! They kill the Morphling. They're going to toss them on forward. They're onto the Timbersaw next as well as Balrogs. They'll live to see another day. A dieback on the Timber. And they are not out of this one just yet.
Rapier
He's in a pretty good spot.
Amazing blink overgrowth.
Trent's in an incredible spot. They get the initial jump towards the backline. They go. RoboZ is going to try and target down with the Timbersaw for the moment. Hiko's going to be okay, pathing himself to the left side. Meanwhile, though, they're doing a really good job to be able to kite the Templar Assassin. They've wasted the first BKB. He doesn't have a second one to play with. They'll kill him off. No one to protect the TA. Rapier dropped on the deck. And now Dyer, they gotta get out. You can't stick around. Mini, he's got the Rapier, so he's looking to clean up. A waveform to the left side. Straight on top of the Tiny they go. But Dyer, they are next to Pampalona. They might think about jumping back in if they see an opening.
TA's got the Rapier purchased again. He's gonna bring it through to him now, trying to...
There we go.
He does.
Waveform in. Mini, that's aggressive.
Book of Shadows.
Protect 555. Mini's got the mark on us, so BKB still available. Roche is falling. This is big if Benny can get the Aegis. Emma's going to look to jump and snatch it, but Benny finds it. Got protected with the Antis for the moment. Look at Mini just got to work. TA, she brought back prior. That's going to be all she wrote. If Benny dies, gets a refraction off the last second, but the right clicks are coming through thick and fast. Second life, how can they set themselves out for round 2? RoboZ trying to turn it back around. The Hex is out and Benny jumps. Ember's gone, but he's got to buy back to be able to rejoin. But Balrogs, you've got to get out. You need to retreat. Benny needs to stay alive. Good refresh. So he's got BKB back up.
They got to find the Ember. I think you got to take him out of the fight. I know you just can't handle this Rapier at this stage.
Hex is there. Weaver should be okay to the right side. RoboZ trying to find the opening. The Weaver they go, but the Lotus Orb's going to protect it for the moment. Instant use of the BKB. They need to hold them into place.
Undispellable.
But Benny's not getting any right clicks out. They're kiting the TA. Refraction gone, and their hopes of making it through the qualifiers are gone as well. It's a glyph for delay, but it will not matter as no runes. They made him work for it, but in the end, it'll be Radiant taking this series in 2-0 fashion. They will knock out Balrogs from the lower bracket.